When you're building application with AI, a PRD is one of the most important things that you need in order to make sure that the AI build exactly what you want the way you want it. And in this video, I'm going to show you guys my workflow for writing my PRD prompt. So that's the prompt that I use to generate the actual PRD. And this is effective with any model that you're using. You can use ChatGPT, you can use Cloud, Grok, Gemini, or DeepSeek. And I will work the same way across all these different models, or maybe you might get different results, maybe better, worse, depending on what you need. But generally, this should be enough for you to get exactly the prompt you need in order to build your application. So I'm going to break this down. So usually a product requirement document includes problem statement, scope, functional requirement, non-functional requirement, wireframe, UX mockup, milestone, and timeline. But the way I write it, I like to build it for AI. So I'm creating a product requirement document for AI. And what I believe that AI needs is a complete understanding of my page path, the API endpoints. Even though sometimes it might be mentioned, I want to be explicit about making sure that I have a complete breakdown of it. And also a complete user journey flow so that the AI understands how my users are going to go about through the application. A UI UX reference. I like to add anything in terms of like how I want to look like. For example, if I like the frame AI or the framer design, I would say make sure that it looks like framer, or like I will give reference of how framer design look like. I like to also include a complete and comprehensive data structure of the project so that it has a good understanding of all the different fields that we're likely to have. And then any known edge cases that I know, and also I will ask it to generate any edge cases that I didn't think about. So I will do that usually through an interview process where I have the AI also think about all of those different edge cases. And also integration references. Always include integration references because that allow the AI to think about the big picture, what we want to build, how we're going to go about building it, and what are the different constraints. So if we're going to be using OAuth, we need to be aware of that to figure out what's the best way to structure our PRD in order to achieve that goal. I like to add that into the context. Then once I'm generating my PRD, so I have a prompt similar to this one, right? So I give it a role, you're a senior product manager, write a clear and complete PRD for an email automation web app. Then I give the tech stack, when we're going to be using Next.js, Tailwind CSS, Supabase, I could specify how we're going to be using Supabase. We're just going to be using the auth feature of Supabase or the database or the email log. So I try to be very specific about that. Then also I specify what the app is going to allow the user to do. So think about it like my user stories, right? I'm saying that we're going to be able to sign up and log in, connect their email provider with Gmail or custom SMTP. I try to be as specific as I can with what I know and making sure that it's also as high level as possible to allow the AI to do his thing. But I try to be as specific if I already know what specific framework I want to use. Then create simple drip sequence up to 5 emails per sequence, set schedule delay between emails. I give an example of how the delay will work, and track if an email was open or click. So now generally my PRD is a lot longer than that because not only I use AI to generate it, but actually I will give AI the role to generate it. So I'll say something such as, you are a prompt engineer. I want you to help me generate the PRD for this project based on these criteria. So I will have like a meta prompt to generate the prompt that I need to achieve. And then once I have my PRD, it's a good time now to interview the AI engineer. So think about this step like when you are building an application with a team, you are bouncing ideas, trying to figure out what are the gaps. But in this context specifically, you want to know the gap that the AI have in terms of its knowledge of your projects and where there's ambiguity in your instruction. So you want to know what the PRD says versus what the model can clearly understand. User intent versus what the model is actually being asked to do. Vague terms versus specific rules the model can follow. Assumption in your head versus instruction the model actually sees. And this is what I call the AI interview. And there's different ways you can go about it. So I've written a few questions that you can ask yourself and ask the model in order to figure out how to improve those. So question number 1 is, which part of the PRD seem ambiguous or could be misinterpreted? Super helpful because oftentimes when you give an instruction, you might have ambiguous instruction or instruction that contradict each other. So you want to make sure that all of that has clarity, because if you're not able to see it, just by asking the AI, it will be able to tell you exactly what's still ambiguous to it and will allow you to clarify your your instruction. Next, you can ask, what do you think my goal is with this request? So this is really good if you want the AI to have to actually to technically express if you understand what you're actually trying to achieve. Because by describing your goal with this request, it's going to describe what's going to be the output. And that gives you an understanding of whether you're going to get your expected results or not. So super, super helpful. And next you want to say, can you rephrase my instruction as a clear checklist? I love to use this one because it allows the AI to plan ahead of time. And by seeing how the AI is planning what it needs to do, you will see gap. You will see that there are areas that it doesn't understand clearly or that it misinterpreted based on your instruction. So that's like an opportunity for you to see where's the gap in your instruction and what to clarify. Because there's a power in checklists. Because checklists try to explain simply the to-do items, and the AI will go through a planning session and to-do. So you knowing in advance what it's planning to do, and you can actually fix things before you're getting unexpected results. And finally, you want to ask, is there anything that seems implied but not explicitly stated? Super helpful because sometimes you might imply that the AI understands something, but so you leave that thing implied and the AI end up guessing how you want the things to be done, and then you get disappointed about the result because you left something implied, it wasn't explicitly stated, and the AI just guessed because guess what? You never told it exactly how you wanted this thing to be done, so you end up guessing for you, and then oftentimes people are just frustrated and surprised. They're like, oh, AI is not doing what I want, but maybe your instruction was just implied and not explicit. And then the other way you can frame this question is by asking, what will a human developer know that you don't currently see? Because remember, this is your AI engineers. So anything that a human engineer will need to have, that AI also need to have that understanding in order to achieve the task. If you go about, all of these different questions, you will really clarify your PRD and create a PRD that is very easy for the AI to understand, follow your instruction. You have something that has a lot of clarity, and you will have the kind of result you always expected that you will get with AI. I've been building a PRD and memory doc generator, and this is coming soon, and I want to give you early access. And to get early access, all you have to do is to join the community, making sure to be a member. This way, by the time it releases, you'll have early access to the tool. And this tool has my entire workflow, how I generate PRD, how I generate memory doc. So you can literally just prompt an idea and it will do all of the work behind the scene for you. And all you have to do is fitting what's generated to your AI developer like Cursor or Cloud AI. So anything that I've used to build application in a day or on a weekend or so on, you'll be able to use that just by using this tool. So if you guys want to get access, make sure to join the community. This is AI Founders Club, and I can't wait to see you guys in there. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.